Hi friends, welcome back to Jilly Beans. What a week that was. I've tried to record this about 4 or 5 times this week, and for someone who talks a lot, I just couldn't find the words. I think, like all of us, we were all just holding our breath until these levels came out, and then obviously what happened today at our announcements in Dublin. So the reason why I've been doing this or wanted to do this project was to celebrate our trade, and not just us as bartenders, but everyone who you get to meet in it. Like, we're such a great country, and we're a great country that's built on arts, drinkers, eaters, storytellers, poaching makers. And no matter where you're from, when you get immersed in Irish culture, like, it's just such a fantastic thing. And it is such a shame of what's going on at the moment, but hopefully this will create a small platform for people and to showcase how and why we do what we do, and why it's so important to me as an individual to have been bartending for nearly half of my life. And yes, there's drink involved, and yes, there's fun involved, but it's so much more than that. And to be blessed enough to have had this experience up to this point, like, I'm truly grateful for. I've made some lifelong friends and friends all over the world, and I think personally, even just as bartending alone, it's such a universal language. I don't really know too many other jobs where you're saying, oh, I'm off to New York or I'm off to Barcelona next week, and oh yeah, I'll hook you up with so-and-so. And automatically you sit at that person's bar, or they recognise you're a bartender, and there's a connection. But sorry, I just had to cut out there because a daddy long legs flew into the camera. On this platform, what I want to do is have my local heroes section. Bartending has given me so many looks into different avenues of other people's jobs and other people's lives, and I've been able to meet so many interesting people over the bar. So for me, it's celebrating those people that, might necessarily get spoken about, or just to talk to them and just make drinks for them, and just, what is it they do and their experiences through life. And it's not just bartenders, it's got to be people from brands, distillers, fashion, and other walks of life that I just think are so necessary to the makeup of everything that we have in cultural Ireland: arts, theatre, music. Like, there's so many things that come into play and do and make life happen as we know it in Ireland, and in the bar scene, pub scene, restaurant scene, all of it. Super creative people. But I don't know about you guys, I'm going to make us a drink, because that was a heavy government chat today for Dublin City. So I'm going to make a twist on a margarita. Tequila is one of my favourite things in the world. Agaves are the coolest plants in the world. Drink time! So for those who don't know what a margarita is a tequila-based cocktail, and it is served with lime juice, Cointreau or a triple sec, and you put them all together in a cocktail tin, shake it, strain it into a coupe or martini glass, whatever you have handy, traditionally with salt, half salt, no salt. It's whatever you're into yourself. So my drink today is going to be tequila-based. I'm using Ocho Tequila, who I work really, really closely with. I love these guys. I love their product. I think everything that they do is incredible. I will be having more chats about these as time goes on, but it's one of the best tequilas, if not the best tequila in the world. And they do amazing sustainable things for the agave industry as well. So I cannot praise these guys enough. Then I'm going to be using lemon juice, traditionally lime, but I'm using lemon in mine. I will then be using Achill Island smoked sea salt. So for those of you that know me, I go to Achill every single year. I've been going since I was born. I love that place, and it's so cool to see these guys doing so well across the country. It's amazing. But their smoked sea salt it's delicious. But I'm actually going to be adding that in the drink, not so much on the rim. Other thing I'm going to be using is orange blossom water. But what I have done is put it into a sugar syrup. So I just do a basic recipe for a sugar syrup. I just do 1 part water to 1 part sugar, melt it down, make it clear, let it cool, and then I add a few drops of orange blossom water into that. Thank you, Fetty from Catch, for your inspiration there. Orange blossom water can be a tricky little one to use, because if you use too much, it can just kill the whole drink. And the other cool thing that I'm going to use today is nasturtiums. Nasturtiums. So these are brilliant. I have an abundance of these in my front garden. And they have a nice peppery, fresh kind of taste off them. but you can eat every part. So I have the flowers and I have the leaf, and they add a lovely fresh bite to the cocktail, and I just kind of shake it with it and then strain it out. So I'm going to get started on my little drink. So I'm going to be doing 50 mils of Ocho Blanco. So they say in whiskey you have to have patience, but in agave land you deserve a sainthood, because tequila is made from the agave plant, which a lot of people know, but there's still people, I'm sure, that don't know this. And one agave, I think they look like dinosaur eggs, or they look like giant pineapples, and they're under the ground, so it's the spikes that stay up. But they can take up to 8 years to grow for one minimum. So these amazing people that take care of these agaves, that's their whole life. They cultivate agaves, and they're like a bonsai tree. Like, they have to really just, they take care of them. They love them, you know, and there's so much energy put into them. So it's really cool to see the agave world entering Ireland at such a good rate too. Like, agave definitely wasn't a thing 8 years ago. People knew what tequila was, they liked it, it was tasty, but now I have to say, like, we are getting such good product into our country, and people have an awareness about it. But to the point now where margaritas definitely, I think, have, you know, they're the new house classic, right? In a lot of bars in Dublin, which you would never see before. So I have just added my lemon, salt, tequila, sugar, blossom, water, syrup. And then I'm just going to get this little guy, give him a little fold, give him a little bruise, got him, add him in, and then I'm just going to put in one of the flowers as well. And then, so I have everything in my little shaker. You can go in there too, little stalks. Like, if I don't know if you're familiar with nasturtiums, but they are so fragrant and they're so powerful, but with the agave, they work really well together. So I'm just going to grab some ice into my tin. Now, I'm going to add it all together. Put this over here so I don't knock it over. Oh, side note, I have been chilling my glass. So whatever glass you have in your house, if you want to put ice in, put ice in. If you don't want ice, don't put ice in. It's totally up to yourself. But just make sure that if you are chilling your glasses, you can keep them in the fridge. But any excess water, just make sure you rinse it out before you put in your cocktail. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shake. I always find it really funny when you are doing master classes or you have people in your bar on their team outings and the shaker face. And I think it's something, as the years go on, that you have not perfected, but you definitely are aware of your shaker face. And when people are new to shaking, it shows. So I'm just going to fine strain, and that just gets any little bits out. You can get these guys in like Higgies, the pound shop. They have them everywhere, you know. You don't need fancy tools to make drinks at home. I obviously just have them because it's my trade, but I know the guys from Catch Events, they do amazing stuff with the jam jars or big Domio jars, and then with a lid you can put ingredients into it, you can shake it, and they actually then take off the lid and use it as a strainer itself. So no panic if you don't have these tools at home. And then I'm going to garnish this little guy with our little nasturtium. I'll never get that word right. And there we have it, guys. I will just give you a little close up there. It's actually smoking. I hope you all have a fabulous weekend. I hope your drinks are strong and you keep safe, and we will see you all soon. I. Bye.